Hey, collective. How's it going, guys? There's like expansion and growth and karmic rewards and things like that for lessons learned. Okay, selfless acts of service and things like that. Like dealing with battles that nobody can see, giving of yourself and never expecting anything in return, like wanting to help. Um, but there's a darkness or cloaking of energy or something around this. I can't quite explain it. But man, have I had the darndest time trying to. Normally, I can read the energy pretty swiftly, pretty easily, okay? It flows. I get a lot that comes out. This is like a blockage, almost like a creative block, okay? Is what it feels like. It does not feel natural, okay? This feels artificial or placed. Like blocks placed on individuals by others, okay? But for like their own personal fulfillment or enjoyment, or I mean, to be just straightforward with it, this is like, I know you're good, or I know that you can do this, or I know you can do great things and achieve success, or help people, etc. And you're going to be viewed as a good person. I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to do things to make it darn near impossible for you to succeed. Okay, just you feel me? It's unnecessary, but somebody is like making it their job. Truly, make like this is like obsession. Making it their job. I just heard, there you go. Making it their job to stop you. If they don't agree with something that you're doing, if they just don't like you, if they're jealous. Double standards. I can do this, they can't. It's okay for me, it's not okay for them. Kind of, we're going to get into it. We're going to spill the tea, okay? All the tea. You heard? Because we're going to fight back. This is like Boston Tea Party spilling that shit in the harbor. We're fighting back because this is ridiculous. And I don't know why. I honestly don't. You want to do something, okay, for the right reasons. You want to share like your creative gifts. You want to be of service, like to humanity. Help people. And these people are like, nah, I don't think so. What? That's what it feels like. That's exactly what it feels like. They just be in DX. Okay. Look. This came out in reverse. Somebody doesn't want you moving on. Somebody doesn't want you going. That is just rude. Okay. That's just rude. Somebody doesn't want you moving forward. Yeah. This is blockages. This is blockages. Seriously? They're doing something not good. Okay. And drug trafficking, I mean, way earlier. Okay. Several hours ago. Then I was tapping into the energy. I heard something about crime syndicate. And I was like, what the heck are you talking about, Spirit? Crime syndicate. Okay. You're exposing something, exposing people. You're like opening up eyes, okay, to things that are really going on in the world. Yeah, this is something like offering a new perspective. You're getting people to think outside the box here somehow. To look at something. I'm telling you, somebody wants another person stuck, relying on something. Something doesn't have to be that way. Emotionally burned out. Freedom from a toxic addiction. Escaping. Using substances. This is turning pain into power. You're showing people how to turn pain into power via creative outlets, being of service to others, educating others, letting others know what you've been through, to help them, to show them there's a better way. You're doing something the clean way, like handling healing, okay? From traumas, pain, things like that. I mean, this is like, yeah, I can have, a glass of wine or something here or there. I don't need to drink every day to cope with life. I don't need to be on, 4 or 5 different types of like anxiety and antidepressants now. Y'all, I'm a psych nurse too, okay? Behavioral health nurse. some people legitimately do improve by taking those, okay? But many people, they're treating symptoms. They're not treating the root of the issue, right? A lot of times, depression and anxiety, not always, but a lot of times, depression and anxiety are the side effect, right? They are the symptom of the root issue. You have to find the root issue. You find the root issue, and you can alleviate the other things. Shocking, I know, but they don't want to tell you that because, they don't work so well for like pharma and all that, but it's true. And often it's kind of, it can be frowned upon. Okay. Yeah, they're giving me back to a reading that I did where I mentioned about sopranos and toxic masculinity, and you have to always look at, maintain a certain thing. You can't expose or admit that you're going to therapy or that you're taking this. Or you're taking, that's like a faux pas. We don't talk about those things. Why? That's dumb. But this is pushing euphoria, man. Look, guys, NF and Kendrick Lamar keep coming up strong. Okay. Now, if you've been here before, that's not really shocking. They are two of my absolute favorite artists. Okay. I believe they're creative geniuses. I truly do. They're real. They're authentic. All right. They stay true to their brand and they speak about real things that they've been through to help others. They share their gifts to help others. All right. If y'all have never listened to NF, I feel like a lot of people have heard of Kendrick. If you haven't, I don't know where you've been hiding, but he is phenomenal. NF is, I feel, undervalued, underplayed, right? He has a huge following, but I still run into people who have no clue who he is, and it blows my mind because they listen to that type of music, and I'm always like, really? If you're somebody who has dealt with like loss or anxiety, depression, feeling like you just don't fit in or like nobody understands you, right? I got to be the only one going through this. Like, what the hell? That man has a way. He has a way with words, and when he can, he can make your ass get up and go and believe in yourself. Like, it's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. And extremely humble because he does not see it. Okay. He's like, this is my, and literally says it in his songs. It's his therapy session. It's like his journal in songs. And he is very talented. He even comes up with his own videos. They are like cinematic experiences. They're phenomenal. Okay. Yeah, I know I'm raving on and on, but they deserve it. They're using their gifts for the right reasons. And they're helping people. And they do those things instead of allowing that pain and everything else to come. And then they fall into, a bad lifestyle. Okay? A toxic lifestyle and things like that. It's strength. There's some hidden people, okay? Hidden groups, things working against other people, things that they want to be kept hidden, all right? Now, someone is I'm getting eclectic. Somebody has a lot of different gifts, a lot of different abilities, all right? Things that you wouldn't see just by looking at them, all right? It's not like it's visible. This isn't like, it's mental. It's in the mind. It's communication and stuff, like communication style, spiritual, creative. He has the gift of looking at things differently or helping you see different sides of things or a bigger perspective. They have a way of looking at something differently and something's powerful. And it's from their experience, their wisdom, their life wisdom. It's in them. This isn't something that can be taught. You feel me? Something is a part of someone, who they are. And they're very good at what they do. And can y'all hear my voice? It's sounding like kind of froggy now. There's a group of people who are working, it feels like tirelessly, like around the clock, to quiet these individuals, to quiet this group. Somebody wants to they want to shut something down, okay? I just heard spiritual platform. Spiritual, I don't, like a community of sort, maybe I don't know, YouTube, something. Something is, I just heard they want to ice somebody out. They want to ice, what are we talking about, boo? They ain't talking about nothing. They want to ice somebody out. Oh my God. I keep hearing so many different Kendrick songs. That is so crazy. Get that outdated thing. Somebody wants to stay in a comfort zone, stay how things are. Why do things have to change? Why this? Why that? Because somebody is not working from, their intentions are not pure, y'all. Man, for some people, this is like you speaking up, you speaking out, you talking about the thing. It's going to show people the one message I got when I was channeling, trying to figure out what in the heck, like there's some blockage here. And I kept getting things, different songs from Kendrick, and I was like, what the hell? And then I heard plain as day, it was God's plan to show y'all the liar. That's a Kendrick Lamar song quote, song lyric. So yeah, it was God's plan to show y'all the liar. Using your gifts, your creative skills, using that creative outlet, okay, helping others, you're gonna expose who's real and who's not. You're gonna expose some truths that people have wanted to remain hidden. I am so sorry, guys. My throat. This is my voice was fine. I sound like a 90-year smoker. What the heck? Let's try this again. Okay. Because this group is ascended and in spiritual alignment. Okay, so this is giving me what you're doing is your calling, what you're supposed to be doing. This is what you're supposed to be doing. It's a calling. This is what the Most High wants you to do. Why does this feel like also who? This seems like some, pardon me. I heard zealot, okay, religious zealot, and I know the term, but I don't really know who. I'm not sure what it means. I know it kind of means like somebody who is very maybe obsessed with a certain idea or something. Okay, so we're gonna look it up because I'm not sure what it means. Oh, wow. Okay, that is what it is. A zealot is a person who is uncompromising and fanatically devoted to a particular cause, religion, or ideal. It often carries a negative connotation. Their extremity or passion about something about how they see something, okay? It blinds them to being open to seeing perspectives of another person. Interesting. Another NF quote. A closed mind is the mind of an idiot. Don't believe that's true, then open it. A closed mind is the mind of an idiot. Unwillingness to accept differing opinions or compromises. They will fight, argue, or even use force to defend their beliefs. It's an unshakable, often irrational devotion. This is, yeah, it goes far beyond a standard supporter or advocate for something. They do not want to hear another way, right? It's, okay, it's giving like Hitler, right? He believed what he believed, and it didn't matter how crazy it sounded to other people. You are not going to change his mind. And that is, unfortunately, it's, I mean, okay, I'm going to use this as an example. Okay. It's someone could be ridiculing, okay, or standing firm on their beliefs, right, that psychic abilities are crap. Okay. That tarot is dark. Maybe someone who has many spiritual gifts or psychic gifts telling them they're wrong. And it's a mental disease, right? They're crazy, okay? They're schizophrenic, those types of things. They need help. And this is no matter what a person does, no matter how many times, right? They see something and it happens. It doesn't matter. That'll be, oh, that's a coincidence or a lucky guess, right? Like, you cannot sway these people. This is like the Bible is Bible, and you take it literal, not questioning anything, not having an open mind or perspectives. Things have to be a certain way. Yeah. This feels more like outdated thinking, old school, keeping things the way they always have been. I mean, an honest representation feels like anyone who tries to go against societal norms, right? They're the crazy people, all right? They're some crazed feminist who hate men. That's not what feminist means, but okay. They're being a Karen. Oh, they're just being woke. Yeah. I never really played into those kinds of terms, okay? Now, to me, when I hear woke, I hear, oh, somebody's awakened. Like they've been through an awakening. Well, if you've been through a spiritual awakening, sometimes we're thrust into it because we've gone through some really crappy things. And if you're thrust into it, you don't want to go back asleep because you see more. You're aware of more. You feel more. Everything about you has expanded. And that's not something you can adequately explain to another person. They have to experience it on their own. But I haven't met or spoke to one person who has awakened and been like, man, I wish that didn't happen. None of them. So it's fear of the unknown and not understanding something and really not wanting to understand it. Yeah. They'll push an agenda so they do not care that gets scary because these people will push an agenda so hard they don't care who they hurt. They will stop at nothing to take other people down. And it could be even kind of involving some shady characters, some shady business. Okay. You feel me? Like a, Joe, what do you want me to do with them? Make them swim with the fishes. Like that kind of shit. But shh, don't tell nobody. Like it's weird. Why do I feel like this is, I don't want to group it into stuff, but this feels like, businesses, conglomerates, okay, like big CEOs, corporations, people with money, things that they don't want their money being touched. If they can keep people asleep and keep them doing certain things and not be awakened to what's really going on, right? If they can get them to not believe the crap, right? The woke people are saying, then their lifestyle, their money, their everything doesn't get disrupted. That's what this. Okay, I thought we were just going to be talking about something small here. We are not talking about something small here. Accessing content on phone and computer without authorization, hacking into people's accounts, and mixed signals. Mixed signals feels like them switching something up, changing something around, making something sound like something it's not. Okay, y'all. When I said it was dark and there was yeah. And they're trying to fight to have something come out. They don't want something to come out. This feels very blame shifty, right? You're going through this because you. It's not us. It's never them, right? But it's got to be something you're doing. Yeah, something is not. This is a lot of mental. Okay, somebody didn't want somebody to move on. There was a divorce. This could be anything, all right? any type of partnership, there's a severing of ties. One person didn't ascend. One person didn't heal and evolve in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Business, friends, all right? Acquaintances, your neighbor, I don't know, right? Family. This is giving like one-on-one partnerships. Another person ascended and went into spiritual alignment. The other person didn't. Somebody wants to still look like the good guy or girl here. Trying to make somebody else look like a schmuck or something. Okay? I don't, y'all, I don't know. Like they're the problem. Somebody is high vibe. Somebody is not. Friendships, okay? Relationships, partnerships, whatever, y'all. You're going to know where this is. These are people, they are on opposite ends of the spectrum. Someone does not have a closed mind. Someone else does. And things have to be a certain way. I keep hearing it. Something about push a P. I'd rather see you push a T. Kendrick. Y'all. I freaking love that man. He is, I'm pretty sure that's Euphoria. In Euphoria, he talks about taking care of his son, right? Taking care of his kid, right? And he's like, but I see you know nothing about that. Come on. I'm telling you, somebody is not in the right. Somebody's not doing the right thing. Somebody's not a good person. And they are 10 toes down. Their ex-partner, ex-friend, okay, ex-acquaintance, whatever, is a kook. I don't believe that is the truth. Somebody's woken up. They're not going back to sleep. And people are seeing it was God's plan to show y'all the liar. So, like all of this, issues, struggles, everything, you feeling like you're called to do certain things. Maybe you're finding that it's like you're hitting a lot of unseen forces coming up against you. And you're like, why is this so difficult? What the hell is going on? It's because you got people working behind the scenes against you. And they don't want you doing whatever you're doing. Because whatever you're doing is for a purpose. And you're exposing things that they do not want exposed. They don't want talked about. They don't want done. They don't want to be connected to. I don't know. I mean, this is like a super conservative family. Okay. Just for kicks and giggles here, we're going to say a very religious, strict, okay, like Catholic family. All right. There are very defined roles for men and women. All right. They have a status, an image to uphold, right? And say one of the kids goes off on their own, try something new. One of the family members gets a divorce and that person's ex, right? They go off and do something on their own. And it's something completely opposite of what they believe in. For example, something in the spiritual community, all right? Maybe psychic abilities, psychic gifts, mediumship, doing tarot, something that is like, whoa, no. I mean, I forget what they call that. Like snake oil and they call them all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't pay attention to that. But, well, that stuff scares them because they don't understand it, right? But they tend to realistically, they use religion as like okay, personal opinion here, but I feel they use it as a front, as a way to control, okay, and oftentimes excuse their stuffy, judgmental asses. There, I said it. Holding back a surprise invitation meeting. They're holding back some kind of like offer or something that's supposed to be coming in. Somebody really wants, okay, someone or multiple people really want another person to be sheltered, not seen, without. This feels like they're really trying to drive a narrative about someone. You're in alignment, moving in the right direction, awakened and connected with your true self. Yeah. This is authentic. You know you. You're real, they're not. They don't want people to see that. This feels like this is a nightmare to these people. Like anything but that. Like, I don't understand that mode of thinking, okay? I don't, like I said, and I've said it, right? Thank you, Nathan. Closed mind is the mind of an idiot. I can't do that. I don't know how. It's such a rigid form of thought. It's suffocating. Mixed signals, accessing content on phone and computer without authorization. For someone, somebody's trying to make it, they're trying to make it look like someone is doing something like that. Came in reverse. They don't want you to get out of the bad situation you're in. And it feels like they're, oh, I do not. They don't want you out of the situation. But they are willing to say that you will do anything, and I do mean anything, to get out of the situation you are in. But somebody wants you stuck. Stuck. Shocking truth revealed about what's holding you back. It fell on top of those. The Wicked Witch of the East and her flying monkeys. Are you kidding me? So basically, somebody's pissed at another person's Glinda? For real? I told you, these tend to be people that are higher up, that can get other people to do what they need them to do, right? You know, they like grease their palms. Y'all feel me? Something is up. I just heard church involvement. I just heard church involvement. So a group, okay, religious group, an organization of some sort. Remember the comment that I made? I mean, hey, no shade if you're Catholic. Remember the comment I made about Catholics? Do we really want to talk about everything that they covered up? Or the Catholic families that had that going on in their family and covered up because we don't talk about that? They just let it happen. Nothing was done. Temporary problems. Something doesn't feel like temporary problems. Something feels like it's like people acting like it's not that big of a deal. You'll get over it. It's not that big of a deal. You'll get over it. This is a lot of invalidation, okay? A car accident? This fell out on top of secrets revealed. Exchanging sexual favors to have charges dismissed. Something's happening. Whatever they were sending to stop something from coming in from you, to stop some type of growth, expansion, being seen, meeting who you need to meet, getting the resources you need to get, something. Return to sender successful. Their dark magic is backfiring on them. The Wicked Witch of the East and her flying monkeys. I don't know. Somebody wake up in the morning, I'll get you, my pretty. Somebody threw a cup of water on her. Yeah. So that brings in the energy shift. Something feels big, like whoosh. A lot, like a big momentum forward. Like a tidal wave of force pushing something forward. Like something's been blocked, like behind a gate. That's what it feels like. Like something's been blocked behind a gate. And now, I don't know, something flying, it's like flying open, and all of everything that's been held back is like rushing it. What the hell is that? Yeah, you can't, because I'm telling you, it's something that can't be seen. A lot of people talking behind closed doors and a lot of hidden deals and hidden things going on. And this is quick. Something's a quick expansion here. Something's quick. Yeah. Hiding their negative intentions, of course, because they don't want you to know. I'm telling you, in-laws using something negative against you, okay? Projecting negativity towards you. I saw a gift for you coming in. Your psychic abilities kind of scare them. It freaks these people out. There's been too much lately that's reminding me of the Salem witch trials. Those that know the real story of what happened, if you read it and don't get pissed off, something's wrong with you. Legit. I wholeheartedly, 100%. If you don't get pissed off about that, something's wrong with you. That was so messed up. These people fear what they do not know. And they ridicule it, and they try to persecute people because it scares them. And they have no fucking clue what they're talking about. They have no clue what they're talking about. They are using somebody that you care about for their money. I'm telling you, these people, oh my gosh. Someone, oh my gosh. Oh no. Somebody out here they are dirty, okay? They do some really crappy thing. Look, y'all are doing things in the upright. These are people that appear upright. They are not, all right? These are shitty people. I said what I said. Humans are objects to them, okay? They are opportunities. They use them to receive something that they want. These are fucked up people. Anytime, right? Anytime a conversation comes up to exchange sexual favors, to have charges dismissed, that should end the conversation. That should be a no fucking brainer. No brainer. Importing illegal drugs. That should end the conversation. That should be a no brainer. Something you do not do. Sexual abuse. No brainer. Something you should not do. Secretly recording the two of you during smex. Secretly. For what reason? Right? This is a no brainer. This is something, if you are a good person, you should be like, it's like almost being offended that somebody asks you if that's okay. You should be like, what the fuck kind of question is that? Of course that's not okay. What? Yep, here it is. They're purposely causing you delays to set you back. The longer they can like hold someone down, this feels, man, this is a very slow, methodical, thought out plan to manipulate, to break someone down, to break their will, to have them give in. This is like a conquest to these people. Okay, these are shitty people. I don't know what the spirit, y'all gonna make me mad today. Don't make me mad. Don't make me mad. This pisses me off. This makes me very angry because there's no reason. See that cross watcha? You see that back there? This collective, we wicked smart. We're gonna keep speaking our truth loudly. You hear? Your path and purpose includes you making money via content creation online. Keep going. They're trying to make something difficult. Very slow moving. They are using graveyard dirt and dark magic rituals against you. I'm telling, church pew by day, cauldron by night. Listen, psychos, sit down. The person spewing hate and another person not speaking up, those people are the ones spewing the hate. They're usually the guilty party. And I'm not talking defending yourself. I'm saying the starter of the beef, the one who starts the shit, right? Creates the issues. You are not crazy. Again, crosswatcha. The collective's not crazy. They know what you're doing. And you are doing it. And they know it. See, your psychic abilities scare the crap out of them. Because you know what they're doing. And you're exposing it. Yeah, somebody wants you to shut up. Like immediately. And this feels like trying to get you banned, shadow banned, okay? A channel blocked or something, all right? Make something impossible, make you feel like this isn't going anywhere, I should just give it up. Be careful, and look, not fear-mongering. If you've got scary psychic abilities, right? Like they're scary good, you're going to know about this. You're already going to have a feeling, okay? But if somebody's like, hey, why don't you meet us here? Why don't you meet us there? Well, hey, can you just meet me here? Like something and it seems off. Like, what the hell? Yeah, no. I would not. Okay? I would not. Because I told you, these people will stop at nothing. Yeah, you're going to be utterly shocked when you find out just how deep the person in your situation betrayed you. I told you, these are unsuspecting people. they come across as very, upstanding citizens. They're not. They are not upstanding citizens, okay? Your your ex is a crappy person. You do not have to be nice to them. You heard it here, folks. Don't feel bad for being crappy to the person who is crappy to you. They are truly a crappy fucking person. Someone is hiding their sexual involvement with a sibling from another person. Okay. Like, okay. Oh my. Look, I don't know. Whatever. These people are ding dongs and I don't care. Yes, they made the wrong choice and they know this, but they don't want to admit it to you. No, they can't. Their pride would never. Their pride would never. Oh my gosh. The situation you're in is going to receive national or worldwide coverage. You are speaking truths. You're doing something that is exposing something. Some big. I told you, I heard crime syndicate. Something's a ring. And you're exposing that. Look, whoever this is for, you'll know that you spoke out about something or you said something or hell, I don't know, you had a vision. You shared it online, something. But it's getting attention. It's going to get attention. Everybody, I'm telling you, this is huge. This is a complete reckoning of something, someone, okay? Establishments, organizations, something. This is a complete reckoning. Something is very big. And something getting exposed and like going viral, it's going to be a big deal. And then people are going to see who was really holding who back. Like, who's the truth? Who's the good person? And something is going to be shocking to a lot of people because I don't think like those involved or what they've done or what they did. I feel like this is going to cause a lot of people to rethink things. People are going to have to like look at something differently. Something feels like they're going to almost like they're going to see someone's gifts, abilities, okay, as legit. In an inspiring way, empowering way, that something wasn't all like jokes and, just gags and all fun and games. Somebody made it look easy, but what they were saying was like dead on. It was a big deal. Something wasn't fun and games. Something wasn't like a show or a facade. Something was real, like a person's gifts and how they come across, because maybe they're not showy about it, right? Like this, okay? There's no need to have a bunch of props and shit. That's not how the real world works. This isn't a damn movie set. I'm not going to flip over the cards and you're going to see all death cards, okay? That's not how real world works. And spirituality shouldn't be placed in a box. We shouldn't all do it the same. That would make no sense. How the hell would you be awakened but still act like a robot? That doesn't make any damn sense. Like your true self, your true character is supposed to shine through. Something seems like an unlikely partnership anyway. I don't know if maybe somebody pretended or I don't know. Okay, this is like somebody's got to stick up their ass. I mean like they're very rigid, right? Snooty, rigid. Not accepting of like the differences and things of other people. And another person seems the complete opposite, very inclusive. It's a very odd energy. And that did not mix with some group. I don't know. Maybe somebody was like too quirky for them. We're going to figure out what in the hey is going on here. The past. 8 of Wands. This feels like energy directed towards somebody, or somebody took very quick action towards someone. Yeah, they did. Sudden change. This is quick action, quick change, sudden change. Yes. Y'all. The Tower. Guys, those are planes. So what did that do? It tried to hit somebody's their stability. Completely knocked everything down. right? There was change, there was chaos. Somebody took very fast action. They did something, okay? Communication, something, all right? Obviously, it'll be different for everybody. Oftentimes, when you have a traumatic event like that, it wakes people up, doesn't it? And you have to, like I said, when you are ascended and you're in spiritual alignment, oftentimes something happens traumatically, okay? Lots of pain or, something happens that completely changes your life. That will push you into an awakening. And this feels like orchestrated, thought out. This was not random. Something was methodical, plotted. I just heard benefactor. Oh my God. Well, something was done because there was profit to be gained from it. Okay. Somebody was going to profit in some way and by doing whatever they did. This can be energy projection. This can be a lot of people coming at another person. This can be somebody just communicating something like divorce. This can be a lot of energy, a lot of hate, a lot of, opinions, things like that. They're little letters made into paper airplanes to completely dismantle someone or something. All right. I mean, this could be your inner foundation wanting you to crumble, to fold under the pressure. Somebody really wanted to break you down bad, ruin you. You look at I'm telling you, look at this. Attacking somebody who did nothing to them. Oh, something can deal with being violated as a child. Like something could have started there. You could have faced many attacks over the years. This is like you being innocent of everything. You were innocent. They wanted to make you not look that way. Okay, this is fucking disgusting in so many ways. Yeah, how you showed up is really how you were. How you showed up is really how you were. You weren't fake. You weren't being false. You weren't disingenuous. You weren't manipulative. Oh my gosh. Somebody attacked you because they thought you were faking something. Like you were a drama impersonating, especially if you have psychic abilities. Oh, I don't like. Oh, baby. Somebody tried to tear you down to your core to prove a fucking point. Y'all, can you hear me getting mad? I'm getting so mad. I'm getting so mad. Let's gather together. We write it down, bitches. Let's go. They make me so mad. I cannot stand these people. They wanted people to see you as a liar. All it did was, I mean, honestly, it ended up, I just got, you're still here after everything. That's not nothing. They treated you like you were nothing. All they did was push you to reveal your true self. You knew you were innocent in something. You stood your ground. You weren't fake. There was nothing for them to knock away. There was nothing to expose about you. But they tried. Baby, they tried. Wow. These guys are okay. Crosswatcher, you're an asshole. The whole lot of you. Okay? Idiots. You heard it here. I'm not sorry. That's ridiculous. You reap what you sow, right? You reap what you fucking sow. I don't care who you pay to. The universe is the universe, baby. You reap what you sow. I'm so mad. Why am I hearing, is it Kansas? Wayward Sons? It's like the Supernatural song. I'm hearing that. I have no idea why, but okay, there you go. Anyway, the present situation. This is OG. This is giving me the most high. In the present, they're seeing. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, this is so crazy. Look at this. They're seeing. They're being shown. OG is showing everyone. That's the most high. Okay. He's the OG. Your perseverance, your strength, loyalty, standing firm, like within yourself, your faith, your morals, your values, you did not bend, you did not break. You stayed true to yourself. I'm telling you, this is like using you as an example. This is what real faith means. Not whatever you yahoos are doing over here. This is mercy. This is goodness. This is what it looks like when somebody is actually using their gifts for good. Something is not, he's showing them what is truly strength, what is truly faith. You're being used as an example. These people think that they're right. He's showing them you're pushing an agenda. They're not. They're still standing because they were chosen to stand. Everything you did to them, their faith, their beliefs, their morals, their values, that's what kept them going. That made them stronger. That made them, more resilient. Your wisdom, your beliefs, everything that you went through, you having the ability to see like through facades and see the truth and realize that this wisdom was within you the entire time. It helped like awaken up that courage and fire within you, that love, energy, that compassion, you standing firm. This is like giving grace, still loving, instead of allowing the lion to attack and maul these crazy ass people. You're showing people what true faith looks like, what true morality looks like. Your gifts, that you were here for a reason. You're still standing because of your beliefs and your values and you not giving up and you having strength and you knowing where it comes from. And you honor that. And you stand your ground. Therefore, you're protected. They tried you. This definitely feels like using you as an example. Using you as an example, baby. I'm telling you. Wow. This feels like I stood up on my own. You recognized like the power was within you the whole damn time. And you're like, I'm going to do this shit on my own. And OG gave you the gifts to do it. Gave you away. Because you didn't conform. You didn't give in. You didn't falter. You stayed true to yourself. You didn't seek revenge. Nothing. You went inward. You know what I'm saying? You had compassion, patience, choosing growth, and to still move with love, to heal. This is ridiculous. These people talk about it's like the movie The Other Guys. Mark Wahlberg comes in and goes this whole spiel, right, to Will Ferrell, and it ends and Will Ferrell rebuttals real quick, and he's like, did that go the way you thought it would? Yeah, I didn't think so. Like, that's how it feels. So you thought they were big and bad and being all macho, and somebody unassuming and looking dorky gave him the business. It's very unsuspecting. I'm still standing. Elton John. Yeah, somebody didn't expect you to still be standing. It's something's unheard of. The fact that you made it through everything you have in life and what you've gone through, and I don't think you even know the magnitude of what these people were doing. Okay? It feels like you've been shielded and protected from a lot, because a lot was blocked, it feels like, and it doesn't feel, okay? Honestly, it feels like you should not still be here. You should have given up. You should have succumbed to the pain and the trauma and not healed, not had confidence, anything. But you are one tough cookie. You are a straight up spiritual gangster. Okay? You got some big power behind you. That's what it feels like. And I don't think these asshats knew that. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We shouldn't treat people according to, their title or who we think they are, what they can do for us. That should not matter ever. Ever. We should treat others how we want to be treated. So if you want to be treated right with love and compassion and patience and respect and all that jazz, you should do the same. Regardless of color, social status, financial status, etc. That should not matter. That just shouldn't matter. That makes no fucking difference. It shouldn't make a difference. Male or female, religion, color of your skin, how you talk, accent, none of that shit should matter. It shouldn't. It's how you are as a person that should matter. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that act like that. Like, oh yeah, but they're not. When push comes to shove, baby, I'm telling you, they show their true colors. What I say was God's plan to show y'all the liar. This is like the fake fall. The innocent remain standing. It's knocking off some dead weight, man. And people did not expect that. They didn't expect you to still be going. You to be wise. You to have the backing that you have. They didn't see that. I guarantee that. That everything you were doing was upright, moral. You did things with heart, courage, strength. You a badass up in here. Hidden influences, things that you can't see. Come on. Things you can't see, hidden influences. This is kind of like what's coming. That's like notoriety. Receiving your flowers, triumphing. Okay? I mean, winning an award, getting press, people seeing you, cheering you on, being recognized. Hell, I mean, leadership, awards, victories, fame. This is good. This is a very good card. This is doing shit for the right reasons without all of this. So you're going to be rewarded for everything you did. Holy shit. This feels like the Most High shining a light on you. In big ways. Like winter. Oh boy. This is standing out from, going to receive national or worldwide coverage. Man. I told you there's something that you do. And it's like something comes with ease. Feels like something's a natural part of you. There's a natural gift within you. Okay? How you communicate, how you think, how you see things. Your like real quick wit. It's just natural to you. But it's a really big deal. Like there's something here about like picking up on hidden. You expand perspectives. The way to see things. You awaken people. You open minds. Naturally. Empower others. You help others grow. Something's a natural ability in you. It's not, like I said, this is not something that you can learn in a book. It's not that type of ability. Something that has a natural ability. Okay? This energy feels really big. I told you, it feels like something happens where like these floodgates, something that was locked or held back, opens and it's something whoosh. So something that felt like it was a dead end or not going anywhere, but you kept doing it. You persevered. You did not give up. You remained steadfast in your beliefs. And you grew through this. You strengthened yourself, your connection, everything. Like your faith. You learned through it all. And you did it on your own. I mean, with OG, but you did it on your own. Which is the opposite of what these people wanted, right? If you're on your own, if you're isolated, okay, then you wouldn't get anywhere. The opposite of what they wanted to happen is happening. But that's the thing. You did it for the right reasons. You held out. You withstood something and you kept going and you didn't give up. It's like a test for them to show them something, right? For them to learn something, but also for you. You knew in your heart your intentions. But you had to learn how to not give up on yourself, to not let them beat you down, even though they tried extremely hard. So you showed up, you meant business, you kept going, even when the going got really tough. You stood your ground, you didn't cave. This is no matter what they throw at me. I'm not budging on my morals and values, on who I truly am. I'm not changing that to fit in and conform. That is not going to happen. Like, I'm not going to sell out. I'm not. And you didn't. There's some kind of being used as an example here, that like being your authentic self, refusing to fit in, remaining steadfast, and doing it with the right intentions. You know, using your gifts, showing people your gifts, and receiving nothing in return. That if you stick to it, It's noticed. You receive the rewards. But here's the thing. Something's not small, okay? I told you something is it seems very, because I keep getting throwbacks, right, to the Salem witch trials. So something's very reminiscent of that. And it does feel connected to like spiritual gifts, psychic abilities, doing things like divination, right? Okay. Cards, things like that. All of that it's a no-no, okay, to the strict religions. You're dismantling things. That fear of showing your true self and fear of, um, openly using your gifts, you're helping wake other people up that something's good, that it's healing. People are learning, and it's challenging a lot of like rigid perspectives. But it doesn't feel like you see that on a grander scale yet. Something feels very, like you feel like something's very small. It's not that big of a deal. People are probably not even going to pay it, like it's not that big of a deal. No, something is a big deal. Because this is like a group in the collective that they're very gifted. And it's like you have we all have special purposes, right? But this is like your purpose is to make something that has had a negative connotation to it, because people just get stuck in, well, so and so said it, so it must be true, right? They don't, yeah. You're showing people the truth. And it feels like part of your purpose could be exposing those truths, exposing like your psychic abilities, could be exposing a lot of hidden things that are going to bring big people down. And I don't think you see it like that. But I feel like that's been the Most High's plan. That's why you have the strength. That's why you had the ability to endure something. And you didn't fall into addictions and things. Baby, oh my goodness gracious. The obstacle and the challenge, right there, the Knight of Pentacles. You had to be patient. You had to be consistent. You had to be dedicated. You had to keep going no matter how long it took. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. This is not a message that was going to reach the masses in a fast overnight way. You had to keep on it. That's what this is. You had to be committed to your cause and be patient and take your time. You weren't this is like not doing something for the clicks. I'm not conforming. I'm not doing what everybody else is doing because it's popular or whatever. I'm doing something my way. I'm doing what feels right. I'm not bending my morals and my values to fit in, just to be noticed. I'm not doing that. You had to do that. That's been the challenge. I told you, that's what you had to do. And the environment around you, right? The other people around you that you've been having to deal with, the environment around you. You didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't know where things were coming from. You had to go. Okay, this feels like a very meticulous plan by the universe, right? You didn't know. And you weren't being told anything. So you had to tap into your spiritual gifts. You had to go within, to awaken, to open your third eye, to tap into the visions, to basically all of the spiritual knowledge that was available to you. You had to go in. You had to trust yourself and listen, because you didn't know. You couldn't see them. Look at her eyes are closed. You couldn't see them, but you could see them. And you had to trust that. You had to trust that what your intuition was telling you, what your inner voice was telling you, what your visions were telling you, right? Your psychic abilities, what you internally knew to be true, because you were being shown by the Most High. You were being shown. You had to trust that. Because the people that were coming at you were not doing it to your face. You had no idea. You would not have known what was going on had you have not done this. Holy crap. Okay, that is, but again, you had to know to do that. So you had to trust yourself. You had to trust yourself to take that step, to close your eyes, to trust those feelings, those instincts, those visions, all of it, the messages. You had to trust that because you had no information except for that and trusting that. So you could see what others were doing without seeing what they were doing. And this is your environment. That's how you saw things because there was nothing else to see. People were doing this shit behind the scenes without you knowing, but you knew. And it feels like something's always been there. But because you weren't being shown, and this is the only way that you could see around you, because it wasn't like in your immediate vicinity, this feels like it helped awaken your gifts, strengthen your gifts, give you confidence in your gifts, but at the same time, realize that the feelings that you had about people, right, in the past, their movements, their intentions, their energy, all those nudges you had, you were probably told you were crazy. This feels like you realizing, holy crap, I'm not crazy. Because I'm picking up on all this psychically. I can't see things, but I can see things. So you only had your spiritual sight to figure out what the heck was going on. How do you... It was always God's plan to show y'all the liar. Okay, in a really fucked up way, you were chosen to be in this position. You are unsuspecting. And if they put you through a ton of stuff, nobody's going to believe you, right? They can throw tons of accusations your way. And the longer they stay silent, the more you have to learn to trust yourself and what you see. Absolutely. Which is extremely difficult, especially given the circumstances of everything you've been through. That is the one thing that could have stopped them. That's the one thing to get them caught up that they couldn't see and they couldn't account for. You can't see courage, heart, someone's inner strength, right? Their resilience, how strong their morals and their values are, how well somebody can like hold their footing and stand their ground when they know that they're right and they've been moving with good intentions. And you knew you would have to do, you knew you'd have to do something physically, like just you, right? And sometimes this is like knowing you can make something because God got your back kind of energy, right? Someone didn't see that coming. I'm telling you. Look, this is straight up somebody doing some funny ass business, some wicked witch, some crazy ass. They threw that shit at the wrong person. But OG knew that would happen. The universe knew that would happen. It's like the twisted humor, right, of the universe. And they knew that you would do it, that you would choose the right thing, and that you would listen. They knew that. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. That is wild to me. Best course of action. You see that? You see how she's looking? Best course of action? This is stay unbothered. Stay unbothered. You're like, nah, I'm good, thanks. I don't need that. Your best course of action is do nothing. Maintain this like apathetic vibe, this unfazed vibe. You feel me? Because whatever you're doing is exactly what you're supposed to do. Do nothing. Remain unfazed. You don't have to take any action. You just sit there. Because you're going to receive, you'll know when the opportunity is being given to you that it's from the divine. Because that cup is from the divine. That's like, you'll know. You'll know. This feels like they're all going to try to kiss up to you. You're going to know when you're receiving your gift. So the people trying to come at you that you know is not for you, don't even react. Don't even be fazed. Pay them no mind. That's exactly what this feels like. The most likely outcome. Oh my gosh. We got 4 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 4 of Wands. 4, 4, 4. You're going to be at peace. This is like you're going to be able to sleep well. You're getting like celebrations, situations, like situations that are like good for you, support, right? Like community involvement, community around you. You're going to be secure. You're going to be stable. You're going to attain like what you need, and you're going to have a sense of harmony and togetherness. You're going to be able to like lay your head down at night knowing that all is well. This feels like I made it. A song that I kept hearing when I started channeling for this was Man at the Garden by Kendrick. And in it he says, you know, wanting a, I think he says something like stable mind or something like that, peace and tranquility. He says something like that at the beginning. And stability. Everything heaven allowed us. I deserve it all. That's what this is. That's what this is. Holy crap, y'all. That's what that is. Emotional stability, peace and tranquility. Everything heaven allowed us. I deserve it all. That's what this is. Harmony. Attainment of what you've been wishing for, what you've been praying for. Holy crow. And you did it on your own, and you did it right. Oh my gosh, he says that in the song. He says that in the song. Y'all, hold on a second. I'm telling you. This is going to... I cannot, bro. This is so crazy to me. I can't play it too loud, right? Because they be trying to come at me. Where's it at? Twice emotional stability, a sound body, and tranquility. I deserve it all. Like minds and less enemies. Stock investments, more entities. I deserve it all. Okay? The respect and the accolades. Where's the one where it's... Yeah, more freedom. Everything heaven allowed us. Because my intentions were pure. Even when you wasn't sure, even with every allure. How much temptation you endured. You probably look for every cure. The addictions, the drugs, etc. instead of doing things the right way. Intentions were pure. I said I deserve it all. I never asked for too much credit, right? Seeing somebody as a human first, even when they didn't understand their worth. Not somebody seeking validation just for the aesthetic. No, you didn't do that. You stayed true to you. It's innate to mind my business. Writing words, trying to elevate these children. Bro. Praying for those who prayed against me. Keep all my blessings faithfully. Keep my essence contagious. Yeah. That aura keeps people wanting to come in. I did it with integrity. That would you. It's how annoying does it anger me to know the lames can speak on the origins of the game I breathe. That's insane to me. This is people trying to say, like, who the hell you are, what your intentions are, what you're doing. And it doesn't, and throwing shade at you constantly, just trying to prove that you are not who you say you are. When all this comes in, right? Because this is recent past. I mean, this could happen, 10 minutes ago, for crying out softly. Who's remaining standing? Not this person. They fold under the pressure. They can't handle it. They give in. Only the strongest survive. It's that kind of thing, right? It was like many are chosen, few answer the call kind of thing. You stand out. Not everybody can withstand what you do. It's very easy that like somebody can tell whose messages are real, who is fake. They're showing people who's the real people, who's the fake ones out here. And you did everything with integrity. You weren't pretending shit. And that's why you get all that. Because you did it for the right reasons. Maintaining your integrity. Not doing something for the fame first and all that. That is not what you did it for. You did it for the right reasons. And you stuck to that shit. You stuck to it. logical, self-sufficient, truth-telling, honest, fair, objective. Somebody very witty. They have discernment. They have mental strength. They're very insightful. This is somebody who speaks in truth. And look at this. They're tactful. Look at that. This is somebody who who speaks truth, but they speak it from the heart. This is heart-led communication, actions, speech, thoughts, energy. Sure, sometimes the words can be blunt, but there is no ill intention meant behind them. None. There's no ill intention meant behind them. And you are very good at discerning. Look at that. Look at this. You are very good at discerning when something is bullshit or not. You're tactful, but this is like being crafty or following your passion. Okay. And the Knight of Cups also gets downloads, but you don't go in blind. You approached something with grace. Somebody's like bullshit that they did. I'm telling you, coming in with a hidden agenda, acting like they're all nice and sweet. You doing all this, man, I'm telling you, you had a chance. You had a chance to like avoid your gifts, avoid healing, to just go like find another relationship or partnership, or you know what I mean? To keep to be naive about stuff. That is not what you did. You took the right direction and you stayed quiet about something. This is like being very graceful, approaching something even though you knew someone was shitty. Man, I'm telling you, you went through pain. You had to have a lot of strength to go through a really tough situation because there was some shit that went down. This feels like a kid. Like you had to take care of a child, other people. You had to move very heart-led and be very discerning and deal with things that other people just left for you to do and not give a shit. Yeah, you had to find a way. I'm telling you, this is like seeing a new perspective. Yeah, being flexible, having to do things on your own. Tranquility, inner strength, positivity, blessings. I'm telling you, come on. The Star of the Ten of Cups, get out of the, oh my gosh, I'm done. You handled things very well. Being shit on, you still showed up with like a mental strength like no other. Come on. Look at this. You had to do both roles. You had to do everything. You had to do everything. So you had to play both roles. You had to be a teacher, a parent, right? A caregiver, a role model, provider. You had to do it all. You had to. You weren't given a choice. You had to do it all. You had to do it all. And you showed up exquisitely. But it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but this feels like everything you're getting, right? Everything heaven allowed us. You deserve it all. You do deserve it all. You do deserve it all. Because you handled something with grace. You withstood a lot. You withstood a lot for a long time, and you handled it very well. So I said, you're very multifaceted, but I'm not sure. I get a very flowy, natural energy. Like, what am I doing that's so special? What am I doing that's so great? Because something seems, I don't know, you do something natural that's not, it's just you. Something feels like you're not really doing anything, but you are. Okay, that's what it feels like. I can't explain that. Okay, it's like when people are naturally good at something, they don't even realize it. That's what this is. And you're multifaceted, so you are good at several things, and it feels like you combine them flawlessly. It feels like you're showing other people the things that they think are no big deal are really big deals, right? That those are gifts that they can share with others. Something you do is a big deal. Like you can help people. You can get out of their sticky situations that you were in. You're helping people see another way. And you're like empowering them, enlightening them, opening them up to new ideas, new perspectives, new ways, right? Something's a big deal. And yeah, your ex is a crap person. Okay. I'm just saying. And you maintain grace through that? I love you. Okay. I don't know, man. Like, keep being a good human and showing up like you are and being unfazed. You don't have to do nothing. You just stay in this little waiting. Okay? Because the universe is going to be giving you gifts. So they're bringing it to you. That's exactly what that feels like to me. All right. Just keep giving the day a good you. You're knocking some shit out the park here. These people lost before they started, but they didn't know. This was a lesson for them to learn too. And it feels like a very hard public lesson. Hey, they chose it, right? We all have choices. That's what I have, collective. Okay. I hope this helped. Whatever you need to. Cool. All right. Till next time. Love y'all. Peace.